here's a word of support now that's come in as far as Virushka are concerned, and this is coming from the MOS home. Kiren Rijiju tweeting out in support of Virushka and their Swachh Bharat push, and this after Virat Kohli had posted a video of his wife Anushka Sharma when she was scolding someone for having littered the road with a plastic bag. This video, of course, had gone viral, but the man concerned, who was admonished at by the actress, has now reacted and hit out at Virushka, saying that this was a publicity stunt. Kiren Rijiju, though, has backed the two and saying Virat and Anushka need publicity. They would rather crave for privacy. Let's get in further details. We have with us our correspondent Charisma getting us further inputs as far as a lecture on civic sense here is concerned. And of course, it has gotten all that support from the MOS for home.
Well, yes, absolutely. In the morning, we've seen, the person in question who Anushka had told to pick up the garbage from the road had said that, this is a publicity stunt. But now we see Kiren Rijiju coming in support of Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma and, tweeting out his support, saying that Virat and Anushka need publicity, come on. They would rather crave for privacy. So this is a Swachh Bharat push that has now also got support from the BJP minister, Kiren Rijiju, who has come out in support of, Anushka Sharma and Virat Kohli. And remember, if you see the Instagram post that Virat Kohli had put out, there were a lot of comments on that where they were asking Anushka Sharma, that she could have been more polite, she didn't have to be so rude, or the face of that person in question could have been blurred. But the point really being that Virat and Anushka were trying to send out the message of not littering their own country. And now that Swachh Bharat push has received support from Kiren Rijiju as well.
Okay, stay with us, please. We're going to get in more reactions. Let's get in a word here from Mr. Suhail Seth with us over the phone line. Appreciate you being with us, Mr. Seth. In your view, this word of support now, of course, that is coming from the MOS for home. Once again, this being a slamming coming in for the concerned person who was admonished at by Anushka Sharma for littering the roads.
I have a very simple view on this. The gentleman littered. Anushka Sharma saw him and recorded the video, and in the video she said you shouldn't be littering. The gentleman later has admitted to littering. I think we are making too much of a big deal out of this. I don't think Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma need publicity from a video which is shot about asking a fellow citizen to not litter. The fact is that the gentleman in question was called out. And I think, to my mind, we should treat it in a positive vein, that this is a message which goes out to everyone, that if you notice your fellow citizen littering, call the person out. Whether Anushka was rude or polite is a separate matter. It has no relevance or bearing to the issue at hand. The issue is a gentleman in a luxury car was littering. He was asked by a fellow citizen, who in this case happens to be a celebrity, to stop littering. Big deal. Matter ends. Did the person litter? Answer is yes. Was the gentleman called out? The answer is yes. After that, why do we make this into an issue of, oh, someone is publicity hungry? For God's sake, what publicity do you get here? On the contrary, they've been abused by people. The gentleman's mother's written an email. I think in our country, we always shoot the messenger and forget the message.
That's right. Also, Suhail, given the fact that the person concerned himself has accused Virushka here of being publicity hungry, it's unfortunate here because you still don't have the person getting the message. This is a brazen, ridiculous defense here that's coming.
You see, this gentleman, whoever he is, obviously is ill-advised. He would have come out as a hero if all he had said was, yes, I littered. Thank you for pointing it out. I'm deeply apologetic and it will never happen again. That's it. You don't rustle up a defense based on the fact that someone else is seeking publicity. Accept your mistake and move on. Big deal. The tragedy is we refuse to apologize and instead we become offensive and we think offense is the best form of defense. It never is.
Right. Do you feel with the MOS home now stepping in on this in their defense, saying they're the last people on earth to be publicity hungry. Could this end the matter now and drive home the point that each one of us need to be responsible for keeping our country clean?
Absolutely. In fact, if you and I had pointed it out, no one would have cared. You know, we are not well known. At least in Anushka and Virat's case, they are well known. Now, everyone will hopefully think twice before littering, not knowing which celebrity is in the car alongside. Kiren Rijiju, to my mind, has tweeted in a very responsible way in perhaps his personal capacity, which is also fair. Look, we are all citizens of the Republic of India first. After that comes our positions of celebrity, ministership, all of that. As a fellow citizen, it is my duty to call out, yes, whether I'm polite, rude, that is subjective. But the fact is, should I call out? The answer is yes. Did they call out? Yes. Matter ends. Apologize and move on. It's not the end of the world.
That's right. Many thanks for your view here on this, Mr. Suhail Seth, brand consultant, reacting to that latest tweet now of what has been a case of constant back and forth with respect to yet another retort now, of course, that has come in from the concerned person, the person who was admonished at and scolded at by the actor for littering his own street. Let's get in further inputs here. As far as this ongoing saga as hashtag Swachh Bharat is concerned, when you have a well-known citizen of the country calling out another person for littering the road. Karishma, this of course without doubt would come in as a huge word of support for Virushka, given the manner and ugly manner in which they were trolled for calling out the person. You have the MOS home stepping in their support, really wanting to end the matter on this. The message is to keep your country clean, and that is how it should be taken.
Well, yes, absolutely. The BJP MOS home, Kiren Rijiju, trying to put an end to this, unnecessary trolling that Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma have been subjected to since that video was put on social media by Virat Kohli. So clearly, Kiren Rijiju actually tweeting and saying that, come on, they need privacy and they do not crave for publicity. And he, in fact, goes on to say that the message that was trying to be, put across was about Swachh Bharat, and there is nothing wrong in that. So it is a very valuable support that Virat and Anushka have got from MOS home Kiren Rijiju, who has once again given a push to Swachh Bharat, saying that it is our responsibility to keep our countries clean. And what Anushka Sharma did, there was nothing wrong in it, getting support from MOS home Kiren Rijiju.
Right. Stay with us, Karishma, as we try to get in more reactions here on this and why this has snowballed to this level. It's because earlier today you had the concerned person who was scolded at, Arhan Singh, from the actor, has written out now in his defense. He's very nonchalantly admitted here, saying that, so I happened to carelessly litter a square millimeter plastic while driving. While I am apologetic for my carelessness, Mrs. Anushka Sharma, a little etiquette and politeness wouldn't have made you a lesser star. There are all kinds of manners and hygiene. There is verbal etiquette, which is one of them. He's accused them of seeking publicity, calling this an ugly publicity stunt, which is why you have the MOS for home, Kiren Rijiju, stepping in, looking at this defense as a mere gimmick for the litterer here. You have Kiren Rijiju saying, come on, Virat and Anushka need publicity. They would rather crave for privacy. So this is yet another day of slamming as far as the litterer in this case here is concerned. MOS for home further adds, our conduct reflects our mentality, civic senses, social ethics and ethical behavior. Once again, coming in a huge support as far as the very philosophy of keeping your surroundings clean, and which is what Swachh Bharat campaign is all about. If you're called out on your careless behavior of littering the streets of your own city, accept your mistake and move on. That's the message that is being sent by the MOS for home, Kiren Rijiju.